Hello everyone, welcome back to another feedback video. My name is Harshad, aka Celestial, and today we are gonna give some feedback to Zinnura. I already had uploaded the video yesterday and I really loved reading whatever you wrote. Amazing, amazing. And Zinnura, you're pretty popular. That's great. So let's get started, okay? And before that, comment down below where you're from and what you felt about her speaking. I know she's already amazing. She spoke really well. It was brilliant. But still, comment down what you felt. Okay? Let's get into it. What is your full name?
My full name is Zinnura Makstojeva. You can just call me with my name, Zinnura.
Good. Okay, great. Where are you from? And sorry about the double audio. I think I recorded on two mics and forgot to change a few settings. So that's why I think it is okay now.
I'm from Namangan, which is located in Uzbekistan.
So little straight. I mean, it's effortless, but still she's fumbling in some areas. Maybe it's because she's doing it for the first time. So after the mock test, she had mentioned that this is the first time that she was actually in a video conference type of mock test. Of course, she has gone through other ones, but it was through voice chat, voice call, and all right. So normally, whenever we are on the phone, let's say we are on the phone and talking to that, so it's more comfortable. We will feel much more relaxed. But when you're seeing a person in front of you, maybe they might frighten you or something, right? So this is totally natural. Let's continue.
Central Asia.
Do you like your hometown?
Absolutely, I really love my hometown because it's so well known and there are so many natural landscapes in my.
Natural, maybe you can work on that pronunciation a bit. Otherwise, it's good. Let's get it to English. Right.
Natural. Natural.
It's clear, but little bit work can be put in.
Hometown, and secondly, the population in my hometown are really friendly and they can easily get on well with.
Get on well means, you know the meaning, right? Get on well. So it's good. If you want to know what is get on well, let's see. Get on well meaning. It simply means that you are more like friendly, something like that. Okay, so that is get on well. This is the meaning.
Other people. So I really like my hometown.
Is there something you don't like about your hometown?
Not, no, there is no, cause
No, there is no. You can simply say, well, not really, or no, there isn't any. However, you can go like that. Here, there is little confusion. See,
I really like my hometown.
is there something you don't like about your hometown? Observe carefully. Okay, and the reason why I'm looking here is because my main monitor is here, just like always. So don't feel weird that I'm looking here and the camera is from here. So I have my main monitor here, that's all. So listen carefully.
Not, no, there is no,
Not, no, there is no. It's kind of confusing. You can directly say, not really. Otherwise, you can say, no, there's none. Or simply say, no, there's nothing that I dislike about my hometown or hate about my hometown. That being said, blah, blah, blah. You can go like that, right?
cause as I mentioned before, it's so well known and there are no many things that I really hate and
Know anything? Okay.
but sometimes there are some people who are so rude to other people and strangers. So I really hate
So there is little fumbling, little issues. But it's fine. That's totally natural, normal.
this point.
Okay. And before we move further into the feedback, I really should talk about her pronunciation. It's really good. Everything is crystal clear. Good job. Okay. Do you plan to live there for a long time?
No, maybe in the future.
In between, she got a little hesitation, not really hesitation. She's kind of repeating and all. That's fine.
I really want to relocate to Paris to study.
Live there for a long time. I'm not sure whether that re is so clear. Let's see.
No, maybe in the near future, I really want to relocate to
I really want to locate to.
Paris
So I couldn't really hear the re. Let's check again.
to study the people who are so rude to other people and strangers. So I really hate this point.
Okay. Listen carefully. I'm gonna increase the volume a bit. Maybe it will be annoying. Let's see. Do you plan to live there for a long time?
No, maybe in the near future, I really want to relocate to
I really want to locate to. I don't feel like locate to is the proper usage. It's I really want to relocate to or move to or migrate to. Right. So right now you are in Uzbekistan and you wanna go to Paris or elsewhere, right? So you can say I wanna relocate to or move to. That is more clear, more appropriate. I'm talking about the word choice.
Paris to study there. So I'm learning English.
Mm, I'm learning English. Good. That's great. Do you enjoy learning English? And listen to this answer. I really like this answer.
Yes,
So whenever she's answering, look at her expressions, her facial expressions. So in the last feedback video of Suhoor, right? So I did discuss about facial expression, gestures, and everything, and she got all of it. Not a lot, but yes. So whenever she's saying yes, whenever she's happy, that is expressed through her facial expressions, right? So you should also do the same if you're not doing it. If you're doing it, pretty good. Good.
actually, a few years ago, maybe if I'm not mistaken,
Maybe if I'm not mistaken, okay, good, good, good. So this you can apply this especially if you don't have a lot to talk. Okay, I'm not just talking about language. I'm talking about strategy with language. Okay, this is for students who are at a six or so. So normally they won't be able to speak a lot. So you can say, well, it was about if otherwise you can start like this thing, if my memory serves me right, it was about 2 years ago. So here you're kind of dragging it at the same time inputting language, right? So you can apply this.
a year ago, my parents encouraged me a lot to learn English
So her parents encourage her a lot to learn English. So Zinnura's parents, if you're watching this video, I really appreciate you guys for giving all the opportunities out there for her, especially for learning English. You guys encourage her, and that's why she's able to speak this much, right? And cause of her age, amazing. Okay, not cause of her age. Like with this age, her verbal abilities are amazing. I should appreciate it. Even I should appreciate you, parents. Right. So you guys are doing a really wonderful job and keep on going.
hard and to study hard because the life is really difficult, I think. So
So she, I think she already knows about life a bit. I won't say it's really difficult. It depends, but of course, there are certain hardships that will come along the way, right? So life isn't so easy. Of course, it can be made easy, but still, it's not. So good points, valid points, really good.
when I need to learn English fluently to be a fluent.
To be affluent. So I'm not really sure whether she said affluent or to be fluent because that was the so affluent basically means you're rich, you're wealthy, right? So that is the meaning of affluent. So let's see, affluent. This is the word. You won't say affluent. It's not related to fluency. Okay.
affluent, affluent,
So maybe I didn't understand the idea clearly. So let's listen to it again.
Yes, actually, a few years ago, maybe if I'm not mistaken, a
If I'm not mistaken, good.
year ago, my parents encouraged me a lot to learn English hard and to study hard because the life is really difficult, I think. So when I need to learn English fluently to be a fluent.
Oh. To be affluent, to be rich, if you're talking about to be wealthy, that's correct. Otherwise, if you're talking about fluency, not really. So I'm gonna consider the first option that is to be rich, affluent. So in that case, it's
Hard.
good. But uh, observe here, okay, in this place, there is little gap or confusion. when she's gonna say affluent. So let's observe.
and to study hard because the life is really difficult, I think. So when I need to learn English fluently to be a fluent.
Should be fluent. It's affluent. It should come like smoothly, right? It wasn't so smooth, otherwise it's cut. Good job. Okay, great. Now let's talk about movies. Do you like watching movies?
Not all the time because I
And how sentence stress, word stress, and stress on particular syllables, everything is good. Good. Not every student got this.
I'm studying English, so I don't have any free time to watch movies or
I love the visuals over here. That's why I put on this one like I was doing something else. I mean, taking cue card questions. So that's
cartoons.
why. Sorry about that. Watching movies.
Not all the time because I'm studying English, so I don't have any free time to watch movies or cartoons. But sometimes
Cartoons. So with cartoons, I'm not really sure. Let's see.
cartoon, cartoon,
You don't need to stress a lot on It's cartoon, right?
cartoon,
So, yes, I'm right.
if it's the cartoon which is about like favorite cartoon, I really want to watch it, and especially football match too.
So when was the last time you watched a movie?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was
So there is slight repetition of dialogues or phrases, so try to avoid that.
last week, and after that, I wasn't watching movies or TV shows.
After that, I wasn't, see here, after that, now I wasn't, she said something like that, listen, the movie.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was last week, and
So far, so good.
after that, I wasn't watching movies.
After that, now I wasn't. If you're using now, after that, now I'm not watching any movies. Otherwise, you can go like, after that, I didn't watch any movies, so I don't watch movies. That is more clear and grammatically correct. Okay.
Or TV shows. But yesterday, about at night, watched
About at night, you won't say about at night. Did you say night or nine? Let's listen to it again.
week, and after that, I wasn't watching movies or TV shows. But yesterday, about at night,
About at nine. Good, clear.
I watched a football match between Barcelona and Real Madrid.
So her details are really not details, my bad. Her answers are really detailed. Okay, I'm not gonna cut it because cutting and pasting, editing takes a lot of time. So my bad. I admit it. I make mistakes all the time. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, but I was a fan of
I was a fan, but so when you say I was a fan, right now you're not a fan, right? So it's better to go like yes, but I'm a fan of so right now also you're a fan, right? You watched it recently.
Real Madrid, but Barcelona won.
See, so it's not I was a fan, it's I'm a fan, right? You are a fan of this club. So I am. It will be in present, okay? Okay, now let's talk about drinking water. How often do you drink water?
Almost every second.
Almost every second. As an expression, it's correct. But almost every time is better rather than second, in my opinion. Okay, I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm commenting on it. Okay.
Because I felt so drowsy when
I felt so draughty. You won't use draughty. It's not so correct. Instead, you can say I feel so thirsty or I feel so dry. That is much better. See here. How often do you drink water?
almost every second because I felt so drowsy when I don't
I felt. Wait. How often do you drink water?
almost every second because I felt so
Uh, it sounds more like I fell or felt. Because when you say feel, that E will be dragged, right? Normally we stretch that feel, right?
Feel. Feel.
Right, feel. But when you say felt, it sounds different. So felt, yeah.
Felt.
See that E or that dragging of E is
Felt.
different.
Felt.
Okay.
Drowsy when I don't.
And draughty, you once said draughty. It's not so common. I haven't heard draughty. Um, Especially when you're thirsty. So you can say I feel very dry. I normally feel very thirsty. Blah blah blah. Whenever I don't drink water. That's better.
Like drink water for a long time, and I studied at high school, and our school is so hot boiling.
Hot, boiling, hot and boiling. Otherwise, you can say a better alternative, in my opinion, is our school or over there is scorching hot. Scorching. Okay, scorching hot.
Scorching.
Right. So you can say this. Okay. It means it's very hot. Okay. Instead of very, you are using this scorching. Okay. So you can go with this. Okay. So let's go to pronunciation. Ah, I think I like it when there is not a YouTube video instead. It's just a direct
This
thing.
phrase is pronounced as scorching heat.
Scorching
Scorching
heat
heat.
or it's scorching hot. So you can say like that.
And we usually drink water for an hour.
We usually drink water for an hour. Oh my God, you keep on drinking water for an hour. I mean, it means like you're drinking water continuously for an hour. That sounds crazy. I mean, how can you drink? You will have, water poisoning or something. There is something called water poisoning. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. Let's say water poisoning. It's poisoning. Yep. Yeah. Hyperhydration. Right. So if you drink water continuously for 1 hour, it will lead to water intoxication. Exactly. Okay. So you can say we normally hydrate ourselves every hour instead of we drink water for an hour. That's absurd. See, how often do you drink water? And I'm gonna drink water. And you should also keep yourself hydrated. It will help you have more energy, a glowing skin. I'm not saying my skin is glowing. If it's glowing, let me know. It will help you with your hair also. Actually, some of the students do ask me about my hair, secrets of my hair. I don't use any special oil or I don't have any secret. I simply drink a lot of water. So drink water, you'll have long, beautiful, glossy hair. Okay? Yeah, let's continue.
Almost every seconds because I feel so drowsy when I don't drink water for a long time, and I studied at high school, and our school is so hot boiling, and
High school is so hot, otherwise, hot boiling. It doesn't sound so natural for me, at least. If it sounds natural to you, let me know down here. Go and try it. Go, come on.
we usually drink water for an hour.
We usually drink water for an hour. This is what I was talking about. You don't drink water for an hour. If you can, yeah, kind of superhuman. Otherwise, I don't think it's humanly possible. It is to some extent, but I feel like your bladders would explode. So that's not a correct usage. I'm simply making sure that you understand. Okay? Don't get offended. Okay. So what kinds of water do you drink? Do you normally drink? So I simply asked with I could have framed the question properly. I could have asked like, do you normally drink mineral water or do you take it from your home? I think that by that way the question would be more clearer. But happens. Drink mineral water or do you drink water from your home?
But actually, I'm not a shopaholic, so I
Something is coming in this area. Okay, so stay tuned for that in part 3. And if you have already observed it, let me know, okay, what she actually talked about in this place. Here she talked about she's
I usually
not
try
really
Shopaholic, a
shopaholic.
person who doesn't go out for
Now
shopping a
let's
lot.
to like drink water from my home because it's so cheap and affordable.
So cheap and affordable, she's reasoning. But idea-wise, I don't feel like, need to mention about being shopaholic or not. It's not like you will only purchase mineral water if you're shopaholic. Shopaholic means you will spend extravagantly for anything, purchasing this and that. That is the meaning of shopaholic, right? But mineral water, maybe, but okay, fine. Usage is okay, okay. But idea-wise, you don't need to mention shopaholic. You can simply say, well, I normally prefer water that is available at my place. It's cheap and affordable, and I know where it is coming from. We normally boil it, but of course, whenever I'm out and I don't have a water bottle with me, when it's out of water, blah blah blah, I normally purchase mineral water, even though it's not so expensive, blah blah blah, something like that. Okay.
And many people can afford it. When it comes to the mineral water and bottled water, I'm not very much into it because in
Into it, it means you are interested. Good.
my hometown, they're a bit like expensive.
A bit in between, she got little struggle. And don't make fun of my expressions, okay? Hmm. Okay, so was water expensive when you were little? I could have skipped that question. I didn't know her age before. So, kind of dumb question, but yes, let's continue. It's a language test.
Sorry, your voice.
Yeah, can
I
you hear me
couldn't
now?
understand.
Yep. So, was water, bottled water expensive when you were little?
Actually, not all the time. They actually increased a lot in recent years, especially
She's using actually a lot. Why? But why? Don't use actually or any word multiple times. It's kind of boring. Try to avoid repetition. Of course, repetition is fine, but don't overdo it.
from the age of maybe
From my the age of
age of
maybe.
10.
So it's kind of confusing. You can directly say, I think from the age of 10 or from the time when I was about 10.
Now I'm 12 years old, and between 2 years, it increased a lot. And now many people don't want to drink bottled water or mineral water from the shop.
Good answer. Answers are pretty good. Okay, I like the details, everything. Okay, now let's talk about free time. You already don't have a lot of free time, but how often do you get some free time?
Actually, when I don't go to
Actually, then break transition issue when I don't, so that will affect your fluency a bit. Be careful.
school or when I don't go, when I have days off or a holiday
Days off means, it's more like a holiday, or you have free time when you don't have class or when you don't have work. That is days off. Good.
vacation.
So that is a noun phrase. Good.
And I usually have a lot of free time to read books or to have fun with my friends. And yes, it can happen quite often.
Good. Good answer. So instead of free time, you can go with this. Okay. I think, yeah, this is the word. Yes. Okay.
leisure,
Leisure. So during my leisure times, okay.
leisure,
Even though I have a busy schedule during my leisure hours, you can go like that. It's on you, otherwise simply use free. You don't need to go with sophisticated words. So again, let's go to camp. Yeah, Cambridge Dictionary. So this is the word. You can take a screenshot if you want. And you're learning from the feedback. Good. Did you learn or did you already know this word? Comment down below. Okay, great. Now your part one is over. Let's move on to part two of this speaking test. Here. So far, everything seems to be okay. She got her trouble in between. I did listen to her speaking right after I uploaded it. I really loved the video because she spoke really well. Fluency is something commendable, I'd say. In between, she had some struggles, but it's pretty good. Okay, so far, so good. I'll be giving you a cue card, and you are supposed to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. The examiner will, of course, give you all the instructions. So this is the cue card I gave her. Describe an activity you would do when you are alone in your free time. Okay, so this is the cue card. Maybe If you want, you can write up. Your 1 minute time for preparation starts now. So this was a question, easy one.
1 minute later.
Okay, can you start speaking now? I'll let you know when to stop.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to define an activity I would do one when I'm alone in my spare time. And actually, I'm very much into many kinds of activities that I can do when I'm alone or when I have some free
So here there is little fumbling, maybe it's because of the rate of speech, but I personally feel like there is little clarity issue because of the speed or rate of speech. Maybe you can reduce it a bit. Okay, I also had the same issue. It's not like it's just you. So I used to speak really fast, really quickly. I thought that was fluency, but in reality, that's not fluency. Even at times, maybe if you have observed me, giving feedback and talk, I'm sometimes really fast, but that really affects my clarity whenever I'm, speaking. So I had to slow down. And the main reason I slowed down isn't because other people didn't understand me. It's because around 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was in 2021, that time one trainer, okay, in the institute I was studying in, I really admire the person, I really respect him, the trainer. So he told me to slow down and he explained everything clearly. He was really a calm person, and I believe he is calm right now also. So he told me to slow down because it's affecting my clarity. And even though it was a simple sentence, a simple piece of advice, it hit me really hard. And I slowed down to focus on my clarity. So if you're a person, I'm not just talking about Zinnura here. If you're a person who has a higher rate of speech and it's affecting your clarity, it's better you slow down a bit. I can guarantee you that it won't affect your fluency. Okay, don't feel like having a higher rate of speech means you are more fluent. It's not like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay, now let's continue.
time, but one of which is can be just going shopping. I really want to shop a lot.
This was what I was actually talking about in part one when I came in between. I didn't really notice it. That is why the edit she told me. So thank you so much for that. So in part one, she said she's not really into shopping, and here she's only talking about shopping. Like she's really crazy about it. So be careful. Don't talk about opposites. So make sure you know what you're talking about. Okay.
Because I'm a shopaholic, so I really want to go shopping quite often, especially 3 times a week or sometimes because there are big departments in
3 times a week or sometimes what? You didn't complete that?
my hometown, and so it's more enjoyable with various and wide variety of clothes, and especially I often do it, especially maybe in twice a week or 3 times a week, as
You kind of talked about it, before. You did talk about the frequency.
I mentioned before. There are so many
Yeah, you did mention before, so you don't need to really repeat the idea, but it's okay.
departments in my hometown, and I really love to do
Repetition, try to avoid.
this activity because of its excitement, and it's so entertaining and enjoyable activity for me. When I do this, I feel so proud of myself.
I felt, even it's more like in the present tense, right? So I feel really proud of. It's better to go with feel, I think, instead of felt. Hmm.
Because I'm shopping from the young age, and secondly, this activity is not just really enjoyable, but I really like
Some repetition is
it, not because it's just enjoyable, but because it gives me fresh motivation and helps me to collect refreshing effect energy, especially from the morning.
especially from the morning. What do you mean by that? It's not clear. It's not clear for me. Maybe you can make it better by saying that whenever I go shopping, it helps me regain my energy after a long week study. Something like that. I think that is more clear, right? It's more clearer. So she couldn't speak for 2 minutes. It was at about 1 minute and 30 seconds, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it's better that you only stop when the examiner stops you. Even if you stop, it's fine. Okay, okay. But it's better that the examiner stops you. Okay, it really shows that you can speak at length.
Can you add a bit more?
So normally the examiners would do the same, like can you add a bit more? Otherwise they will, show some gestures like say, because if it is on record, it might affect your score, right? So normally everything will be recorded. They will be having a recording device like this. This is my calculator, but a similar device, right? So if it is face to face, they normally do like this, speak more or increase your volume. Some examiners do help you out, some not really. It depends on the examiner also, but most of the examiners will help you out a bit. Okay.
I don't have any ideas actually.
So don't do that. This is a big no-no. Okay, don't do that. Okay, don't do this. So don't say I don't have any ideas. Actually, don't do that. It's cute that you said so, but don't do that. It's a big red flag. Okay. Try to make something up. Okay.
Okay, no worries. All right. So, do you have a favorite shopping mall or a place to shop?
Yes, I do. I have one shopping department. It's called Not All the Time
I think I lost some part during editing. Sorry about that.
because I'm in two minds about it and I don't know which one is preferable because there are some disadvantages and advantages to this viewpoint. And when it comes to the advantages, if people shop a lot, they can easily like ver a wide variety and kinds of
So here she's messing up. You are messing up. Don't do this. Okay. It's fine, it's normal.
clothes. But when it comes to disadvantages, it will be more
So clothes. So let's learn some synonyms related to clothes or of clothes. One is attire. This means clothes.
attire,
Okay.
attire,
Then this one,
apparel,
apparel.
apparel,
Okay. So
apparel,
apparel. Normally I use the American pronunciation because uh, even the spelling it's more easier. With spelling, I personally believe that UK spelling is better, but with pronunciation, US one, American one is more clear. Then you can say costume, it's kind of similar, but not exactly the same, but you can use it
Costume.
alternatively. Okay, so you learn a few alternatives. Then you can say outfits.
outfit,
Outfit.
Okay, so simply it means clothes or whatever you are wearing. And you can say when you're talking about the dress you're wearing or when you're going out for shopping, in that case, you can say like, yeah, I bought because it suits me really well, suits me. Otherwise, you can even give some expression like it was made for me. You can go like that. So let's get to the feedback again.
more difficult to make a living if they shop a lot or realistic.
So next time, let's say if you're joining for the mock test, I'm not talking to only Zinnura here, but anyone who's joining for the mock test, please keep your phone on DND mode, do not disturb, because in between, if the interruptions come, it can be annoying. But here she acted really quickly. It was a shift move, so good. I'm not talking about language, but what she did was good. Normally, some people will simply take the call and they will say, "Hello, brother, I'll call you," and they'll be back after 5 minutes, and I'll be left there, you know, just doing nothing. I'll be sitting here waiting for them. So do what she did.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So, do people in your country prefer online shopping or offline shopping?
Actually, they're very much into involved.
So here she's overusing actually. Try to reduce the usage of actually. It's fine that you're using it, but I feel like you're using it everywhere.
Ties because some people are have different views from the offline shopping and some people have different opinions about online shopping when it comes to some individual that think offline shopping is
Some individuals that us should be More audible, but it's
is
fine.
more convenient, but where it
Convenient, good.
removed from their home. And sometimes some people people think that offline shopping can be a bit dangerous at times because when when our product is damaged or when our
What is damaged? What is that? Wait, let's go back.
some people think that offline shopping can be a bit dangerous at times because when when our product is damaged.
Damaged. What's that, man? It's damaged, right?
Damaged.
damaged,
This is the correct pronunciation. Please work on that.
Or when our product is faulty or right, it can be so dangerous when when our product is damaged or when our product is faulty or right.
Is failed to arrive when it fails to arrive.
It can be so dangerous to us.
Dangerous to us. I'm not really sure if dangerous is the right word to use here, but see, listen to it again.
Reviews from the offline shopping, and some people have different opinions about online shopping. When it comes to some individual that think offline shopping is more
But I think she was talking.
convenient, but where it removed from their home. And sometimes some people think that offline shopping can be a bit dangerous.
This answer is a bit confusing. Let's listen to it again, just to make sure.
Difficult to make a living if they shop a lot or
Offline shopping.
really special.
Okay. All right. So, do people in your country prefer online shopping? It's about preference or offline shopping.
Actually, they're very much in both sides because some people are
They're very much into both types. Okay.
have different views from the offline shopping, and some people have different opinions about online shopping. When it comes to some individual that think offline shopping is more convenient, but where it removed from their home. And
Hmm.
sometimes some people think that offline shopping can be a bit dangerous at times because when when our product is damaged or when our product is faulty or right, it can be so dangerous.
Arrive. You're talking about offline shopping. And imagine that you're purchasing something. Okay. So, for example, this thing. Okay. So, it is a multi-tool or you can call it a multi-tool that you use for cleaning your laptop and also I bought it online. Okay. But let's say I purchase it offline. If there is some fault in this product, if it is damaged, broken, and let's say I don't even like it, I can simply go to the store, offline store, and return it, right? Otherwise, I can go there and say, "Yo, man, if you don't return it, I'm gonna, do this and that to you." That is possible. So how is it dangerous? Offline shopping is more safe, right? Because you can simply return the product or simply complain about it, go there and protest at least. But with online, let's say you're purchasing something from Amazon, Flipkart, or any other online shopping platform. In that case, let's say you bought it online. Okay, so let's imagine that, yeah, this thing. Okay, I bought this. I think it's been 1 or 2 months. I'm not really sure. So let's say this is called a massage gun, okay, or a percussion massager. So I bought this online, and the first time I got it, it was not working. Right after a minute's use, there was smoke coming out of it. I have actually made a video on this, okay, when it got damaged. It's in my other channel. It's the only video over there. So you can check it out if you want. It's called Celestial Speaks, I guess. Anyhow, so I bought this online. Okay. So it was kind of dangerous for me. This is kind of expensive. When you're considering a such gun, it costed me around 4,000, 5,000 rupees, Indian rupees. You can do the conversion. Okay. So I was freaking out kind of, but they had that replacement policy. But still, it is kind of dangerous. You can say online is dangerous because you don't know who the seller is. Of course, you can read the description and all. Otherwise, you don't know who the seller is. There is no proper way to communicate with them. Even if you mail them, maybe they will reply, otherwise they won't. So here, Zinura got confused. It's fine, it happens.
to us.
I just made it understandable. I just made you understand. Okay, with the examples, sometimes people don't understand. Okay, so a better answer is the question was, do people in your country prefer online or offline shopping? So just like she started, you can say, well, it depends on the individual's choice. However, I think now most of the people are leaning more into online shopping because it is more convenient and there are a lot of discounts and offers available on certain platforms, especially on Amazon. However, yes, there are a few individuals, especially the elderly people, who prefer offline shopping. So I would say it depends on the individual's choice. Um, Overall, I would say it depends, blah blah blah. I kind of messed up. I think I'll go again. Okay. So well, it depends on the individual's choice. However, generally speaking, most of the people these days prefer online shopping because it is more convenient and affordable compared to offline products that are available. So let's say you want to purchase a pencil, you will get it on a better deal. Online, the only problem is that you will need to be anxious a bit for a while till the product arrives. Otherwise, many people are leaning on to online products, online shopping. That being said, there are a few people, especially the elderly, who still prefer offline shopping. So that is how it is in my country. So this is more clear, right? You can give a better answer. It's only I simply gave a casual answer. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
now
now
let's
let's
talk
talk
more
more
about
about
free
free
time.
time.
Do you
Do you
think
think
going
going
out
out
for
for
movies,
movies,
shopping,
shopping,
and
and
everything
everything
is
is
a
a
waste
waste
of
of
time?
time?
Yes, I think so. Going to cinemas or watching movies or TV
Petition right about it again.
are the waste of time because now we can like the time goes really
Time goes. Transition issue.
fast and we cannot get it to the shorter interval.
Get it to the shorter interval. That's not so clear. You can say nowadays time passes by quickly, and there is no other way to blah blah blah. I'm not really sure what you want to say. Maybe you wanted to say there is no time to, uh, there is no way to save time or preserve time, something like that. Did you mean that? Let me know.
And so we need to like we don't need to waste our time with watching movies or TV shows.
So, okay, good answer. But you can talk about both the sides also. I think you can make it a bit better like this. And definitely, in my opinion, watching TV, movies, and any TV shows are an absolute waste of time because we never get the time we lost, and there is no way scientifically possible to get the time we lost. So, in my opinion, I believe that it is better to allocate our valuable time for something worthwhile, such as studying or doing some research work, or at least spending time with our family, instead of uh, watching TV or being a couch potato and squandering time. This is a more clear answer or clearer answer, right? Let me know. I'm simply giving a casual response. I'm not prepared. I'm simply speaking, so I can make mistakes. So you can correct me. If I'm making mistakes, correct me down below. Okay? Down in the comments. Do you
Do you
think
think
people
people
should
should only
only
focus
focus
on
on
their
their
studies
studies
and
and
work?
work?
Maybe sometimes
Maybe good pronunciation feature. I love her pronunciation, how she's having that intonation. It's pretty good. Amazing.
they can also have fun, but it needs to be in moderation because
It needs to be in moderation. Good.
when people usually watch TV shows or when people usually go to cinemas, they only waste their money and time,
Valid points, to be honest.
and the time will not go down.
Time will not go down. What do you mean by that? It's actually, we won't get back our time. Right. I know that's what you meant. Confusion is there. It's fine. Okay. And about her idea or point, it's actually good. I actually feel the same. when of course, we got to spend time with family and friends, but normally you're paying to lose your time. That is that in one perspective. Of course, some would argue. Anyhow. Okay. Do you think the activities of the young generation are different from those of the older generation?
Yes, I think so. Because youngsters are very much maybe are into like
Very much, maybe are into, try to have that transition be more organized if possible. Otherwise, this is fine.
playing online games or going to some online game clubs. But when it comes to the older people, elderly people can be like emotionally ignored sometimes, and they cannot have different the same and similar activities as opposed to youngsters.
Hmm. Okay, but I think what you wanted to say is like, um, uh, the question was, I forgot. Let me see.
Usually watch TV shows down.
Okay. Do you think the activities of the okay, it's about the activities. The young generation are different from those of the older generation. So you can say, obviously, yes, the activities that the youth normally partake are extremely different from what the elderly look are into. So normally, the people who are in their teens or the young adults, they normally spend time with their friends instead of family and normally hang out in places, happening places, which are really fun with a lot of loud music. In contrast, with elderly people, they normally do activities that are really calming, especially with their family. For example, I have seen my grandpa and grandma looking at old pictures and listening to really soothing songs. So those are the activities that they enjoy. So the activities that the young people and older people like are entirely different. But of course, there are certain activities that both enjoy altogether, such as hosting a dinner, sometimes watching a okay, family movie, blah blah blah. I think this is a better answer, but okay.
Yes, I think so.
So let's listen to her answer again.
Because youngsters
Her answer is
are
correct.
very much maybe
Good. I said good. It's good.
are into like playing online games or going to some
Correct. Playing online games. Yeah, many people are into that.
oh
And I know some of you are playing video games a lot. Stop it. You'll obviously stop it after a while once you get a job or something because you won't have time. That is also the enjoy it when you can.
online game clubs. But when it comes to the older people, elderly people can be like emotionally
Yeah, because of the young people. Normally, elderly people crave for that emotional connect. Uh, so here you could have made it more clearer, but it's fine.
ignored sometimes, and they cannot have different the same and similar activities as opposed to youngsters.
Okay, Anusha. Okay, that's amazing. Now, how do you think we will use our free time in the future? It's about we, it's a general question. It's not really about you. Please understand that.
Well, I think that we can maybe the time shows, but if I predicted,
As the time shows, we're saying the time will guide us or show us. Correct. Good.
I really want to have one thing, which is maybe we don't need to waste our time, by the way, and money too, because maybe in near the future that our technologies are modernizing day by day.
In the near future, our technologies. In the near future, you are using the future tense, and again you're kind of switching, and it's kind of chaotic here. So you can say in the future, our technologies will be more advanced because we are advancing. Then grammar is fine, otherwise not.
And step by step, and sometimes maybe like that. Actually, I don't have any ideas to do.
So if you don't really have an idea, it's fine, absolutely fine. So you can say, how the question was, how do you think we'll use our free time in the future? Uh, One answer is like I think we will have no free time in the future, even though many people claim that AI or robots will be doing our job. But if we observe our history, no matter how many new technologies or advancement in technologies came, we never had free time. Rather, we are working more than ever. So, in my opinion, to my mind, I feel like you will have less and less free time. Um, but blah blah blah. Okay, was that the question? I'm forgetting.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's
amazing.
amazing.
Now,
Now,
how
how
do
do
you
you
think
think we? Yeah, that's the correct answer. Okay, so otherwise you can say, well, I think we will have more free time in the future because of all the advancements in technology. So we'll be living in a society where technology will be doing everything that is required, and we'll be simply spending time. And I really believe that we should actually be some time to just unwind and relax at least once in a while. So maybe in the future we'll waste more time and we'll have more free time. Blah blah blah. So you can talk about both sides, okay. And if you forget the question, ask the question again. Even I forgot right now because I was talking about this and that, so I drifted away. Happens. It is over.
so?
So her mock test is over. It was really fun correcting her and even taking her mock test. And before I give her any band score or anything, to be honest, generally speaking, I was really surprised by the level of language this girl got. Okay. And her age, I haven't ever taken any mock test from anyone younger than I think 17. So this is entirely new to me. And considering her age, she spoke really well. It was fantastic. Okay, of course, there were mistakes. So that is how it was. I'm really satisfied with her answers, even though she had some confusion and lacked some ideas. That's fine. I'm not considering that personally. I'm just talking about my personal stuff. Okay. Uh, I will talk like an examiner soon, but I'm just talking about myself. I'm totally impressed by her speech. Really impressive. And if you know her personally, go and gift her something. Buy her a cup of coffee or something. She deserves it. Okay, she did hard work. It's really good, really good. And again, to her parents, if you're watching, amazing job that you have done. Now, time for the band score. Okay, I know some of you must be expecting a band 8 or 9, but I'm not gonna give that. And I'll mention the reasons. Okay. So overall, it went well. She was really fluent, but not as fluent as a band 9 speaker or a band 8.5 speaker because she got confused in between. She was fumbling, little repetition was here and there. So I'm not okay with that. Okay, with lexical resource, it was okay. She was using okay words, but Zinnura, you could have used better words, better language, and in between there were inappropriate words, not inappropriate, inaccurate words, kinda, right? About dotty and all. Maybe it's correct. I'm not really sure whether dot is correct. I don't think it is. It is normally you say you're dry, you're thirsty, right? So to quench my thirst, something like that. So that is with grammar also you got little trouble here and there. I did talk about it. With pronunciation, of course, it's good. For pronunciation, I can give you a really good score. Okay, now let's talk about the overall score. Now I'm talking like an examiner, being serious. Okay, I really admire you, I adore you, but I have to be straight with you. So for now, I'm giving you a band score of 7 to 7.5. It's not an 8 yet. I won't give you a band 8. I have already mentioned the reasons. So go through it. Maybe it's just because it is a first, you know, face-to-face or video call like mock test. Maybe the next time you will perform much better. But for now, you are not a band 8 speaker. For me at least. Maybe some others would argue, but this is a clear band 7. Okay. So for now, I'm giving you a band 7. Of course, I can give a band 7.5, but you are not there yet. At least for this mock test, maybe if I take it again, you will perform better and maybe get a 7.5 or even 8. But this is a band 7. Yes, it does sound like a 7 plus, but I'm giving a 7 for all the reasons mentioned. And the areas for improvement, I already mentioned about that. So slow down a bit, maybe, because I feel like your speed or rate of speech is affecting your clarity or simply confusing you. So that will help you a bit. It's just a suggestion. You can consider it. Otherwise, you don't need to consider it. It's on you. Okay. Then work a bit more on your vocabulary, of course. You did use words related to the topic, but you can use better. And I didn't really observe a lot of idiomatic language. Noun phrases and all were there, but for a band 8, 9, nah, it was not there. Okay, and here I'm breaking down your score. Okay, I'm not writing, but I'm breaking down everything. All right. With grammatical range and accuracy, grammar is not perfect, but close to perfect. You had issues with tenses, and also please work on that, and you will do good next time. Okay, so for now, I'm rewarding you a band score of 7, Zinnura. I hope you're satisfied with it. And actually, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be satisfied with this score. This is not enough for you. You should aim for a band 9, and you should get it one day. All right. So there's some time for you, not plenty of time, just like we discussed, right? So we don't have a lot of time in this world. So try to get a band 9 as early as possible, and I believe you can do it. So thank you so much. And yes, this is really long. It's going to be an hour really soon, right? So I hope you're enjoying it. And if you have watched the video so far, let me know what this is. I normally come up with stuff in every video. So let me know what it is. Okay, maybe it's reversed. You can reverse the image. So let me know what it is. You can think about it, comment down. It is ashwagandha tablets. Maybe it's available in your country, maybe it's not. I normally take it just to help me, relax better, sleep better. So this is more like a supplement for me. So I'll come up with more stuff in the upcoming feedback videos. So thank you so much for staying so far. If you have, amazing, amazing. I really love you. I don't really, but I do. Okay. So thank you so much. So if you have enjoyed this feedback video so far, consider commenting down below whatever you felt about it. You can be an examiner too, right? You can be her examiner. Comment down below, especially if you're a friend of Zinnura. Say, hi, I'm a friend of Zinnura. You should be proud about yourself, right? So write it down. And don't forget to share this video with other IELTS candidates and everyone you know. Share it, spam it everywhere. That would be amazing. Then only we can reach more people and I can take more mock tests. Right. And if you are looking for similar mock tests, if you want to be like this, you know, then join my Telegram channel. All the instructions, everything is given there. Okay. Otherwise, simply contact me on WhatsApp. It's that simple. All right. So bye bye. See you with another video. And don't forget to subscribe. Did you subscribe? If you haven't done it yet, do it. It's free. Do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do it. Okay. All right then. So bye bye. See you with another video. Ta-da.